And welcome back to the second game of the Australian Gridiron League between the SA Sharks and the Western Australian Raiders. Currently 14-6 at the moment. Kick-off, Ryan Otten's long and deep. Brent Hoddick has trouble holding on to it, and it will run out the back of the end zone. Touchback to start the second half. It's been an entertaining game so far. Plenty of offense and plenty of extravagant plays at the moment. Western Australia, you'd say, definitely have been on top, but they haven't been able to convert on their chances as much as they would have liked. Bryant Honda scoring both of the touchdowns for the Western Australian Raiders after making a 28-yard end-around run in the first quarter before making what was an extraordinary field goal return. It's definitely got to see it to believe it. And he managed to put them in front. First down and 10 now to kick off the second half. Hands it off inside, Nate Lansdell. And he is going to drag a few defenders with him. He tries to will himself across the first down marker. Might just fall short. He's definitely a hard man to bring down, and especially as this game drags on and the linebackers and linemen get more tired, it could be a very difficult task to get him down, and he will get the first down. So, especially after contact, it's very important that running backs are able to continue moving, and the best running backs are able to get the most yards after contact, and Nate Lansdell definitely looks like a running back who can do that. Now, 1st and 10. Trips to the left-hand side for Gastrov. Again down the middle, and this time SA is all over it. Terrific defensive penetration, and they're going to stop the run in its tracks. One yard lost for the Raiders. Now 2nd down and 11. They're looking to capitalise on the momentum they've had from the first half. Looking to line up again in trips left. Gastrov under centre. Drops back. Has time. Throws long. And he gets to the front. And a terrific catch downfield. Number 83, Luke Fredericks, takes a terrific catch. Gets separation from the corner. And is able to take a deep downfield ball. Gastrov converting deep. And now the Western Australian Raiders now past midfield and looking to press on. There's good coverage on the outside. It's just Fredericks was able to anticipate the ball better, cuts inside, and is able to make sure that he can... Trips left again, 1st and 10. Hands off, Lansdell. Met already in the backfield. And SA is already making a concerted effort to make sure that they bring down the big man in the backfield before he can create any damage in the open field. Looking like that's going to be a play for no gain. 2nd down and 10. Second down and 11 now. 1 yard loss on the rush. Gastrov sits back, has time again in the pocket. Good line work down the field. Brent Hop, he's going to take it, and he is going to stroll into the end zone. Terrific play to be able to get down all the way down the field. 45-yard completion, and the Western Australian Raiders immediately on the board in the second half. The score now 20-6, awaiting the extra point conversions. A great pass downfield. Gastrov getting terrific form on the ball as he continues to threaten the SA defence deep, and they have not looked comfortable all day when Gastrov has had time in the pocket. And again, Bryant Honda making sure that he is in the position and just takes the easy catch and strolls in for the end zone. Bryant Honda already having over 200 all-purpose yards at the moment, and we've just started the third quarter. He has been the main weapon for the Western Australian Raiders at the moment. 2-point conversion. Gastrov fakes the handoff. Play action. Throws down. Good pressure from the defensive backs, and they are able to bring him down. The throw goes awry, And the Western Australian Raiders will stick to a 20-6 lead at the start of the third quarter. Appears to be a man down on the play after the two-point conversion. Gastrov is down. That's not good news for the West Australian Raiders. He's been looking quite dangerous when throwing the ball downfield. Obviously don't want to see anyone injured. Hope he's alright at the moment. Has not moved since going down on the two-point attempt. Gastrov coming off the field. That's a good sign that he's walking and on his own accord. Obviously not good to see anyone go down. Puts a bit of a sour note on a good opening drive from the Western Australian Raiders. They're now 20-6 up here as we wait on the kickoff. Underway again. Good long kick down to the 10-yard line. Taken by Michael Tedmanson. He's going to run, get some good blocking, and is able to get some decent yardage to be able to put South Australia in the best position they can get. They're going to need to now start making some good drives. Now down by 14 here at the start of the third quarter. First down and 10 now for the Sharks. We're able to put a few good drives together in the first half, but we're unable to convert on them. Their first drive, with the first play of that drive, was scoring a touchdown. Now first and 10. Nolte in motion. The quick handoff. The shovel pass is poor. It's on the ground. And it's lucky they didn't concede a fumble at least. Tackled in the backfield for a big loss. And the Sharks are already off to a poor start in this second half. There's been a few miscommunications already for the Sharks in terms of making toss plays to the outside. They need to fix that up quickly. Now second down and 14 yards. Whitehead with Simons in the backfield, moving Tedmanson in motion. Fakes it. And a good play. Tedmanson again, halfback pass. Throws it long. And again, Jack Nelligan with the pass downfield. He's got the speed. Can he go all the way? Brought down. And a massive play once again on the halfback pass. Michael Tedmanson receiving the ball. And Jack Nelligan once again wide open down the field. Makes another terrific catch. And South Australian Sharks have made a terrific move downfield, and now they are inside their own 10-yard line. First down and 10 now for the Sharks after another terrific halfback pass play got past the Raiders' defence. Lining up trips on the left-hand side. And the Raiders quick to point out some movement. And the play is blown dead. Wait to see on the official call. False start penalty now puts the Sharks back first and 15 now, still within their red zone. Terrific opportunity to get some points on the board to cut into this Raiders lead. Trips on the left-hand side, Whitehead, quick drop. The pass is going to be wide of his intended target, Levi Johnston. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 15. You feel as if South Australia, even if they go 4th down, they do have Ryan Ottens as a kicker to see how he goes. However, the last field goal attempt that they made, Brent Honda went and took it all the way back down the other end. So they're going to need to be careful. 2nd down and 15 now. Craig Simons in the backfield. Whitehead in the pistol. Spread set. Whitehead, quick drop, quick pass to Tedmanson. Going to be able to take it on the quick curl, and he's going to be stopped for potentially a 1 or 2 yard gain. Now going to bring up a 3rd and long situation for the Sharks. I think even if they could get some potential yards here, just maybe 5 or 6 yards to put themselves within a good range, they should be able to potentially maybe even go for a 4th down conversion, which would be risky, but it could be worth 6 or 8 points. We'll see how they go. Now 3rd down. Spread set. Simons in the backfield. Whitehead shuffling back under pressure from the Raiders, and a terrific defensive penetration and terrific play from the linebackers to get to him, number 54 for the Raiders, Talia Bragovitz. And that is a monster sack to now put South Australia in a bad position. This would be an extremely long field goal if they could get it. And the Western Australian Raiders might have saved themselves here in that bad situation that they were in. Terrific defence to be able to stop them. Jeez. They are going for the field goal attempt now. 29 yards. From the 29-yard line. Otten's back. Brent Hunter waiting ominously underneath the goalposts. The snap is good. Otten's kick, it is gone well wide. And the SA Sharks on the back of a terrific halfback pass cannot convert and will still trail by 14 as the Raiders will take the field at the 29-yard line. Here now, 1st down and 10 for the Raiders. Split set. Lanzell in the back. They're going to hand it off to him, and he is going to get some room to the outside. Gets hit from behind, manages to pick up maybe 5 or 6 yards on the play. 1st down runs do not need to be the 10-yard runs that everyone obviously wants them to. If you can work into it and get yourself into a 2nd and medium situation, that sets up a terrific position for your offense, because you can call a variety of different plays instead of sticking to plays such as 1st down plays, which may rule out passing. A lot of teams tend to go 1st down on the run. Now 2nd down and 4 now. Running trips right. Lenzo in the background again. Hands it off to him down the inside. And he is going to trip over. Still going to get a good few yards. Could potentially get himself over the 1st down marker, and has. Manziel being able to run it will down the middle in this game. It's when he's run to the outside, strangely, is when he's had problems. Big, hefty frame is obviously very difficult to take down. And now The Western Australian Raiders will continue their drive, slowly moving forward after the missed field goal from the SA Sharks. First down and 10. Another spread set. Hands it up down the middle again, gets some brilliant blocking, and he is now into the open field, running down the sideline. Could he get all the way? Bustles his way through. A good tackle in the end by number 24, Ryan Ottens, but a terrific run from Nate Lanzell, and he is going to move his team all the way from inside their own territory, all the way down to within the SA Sharks red zone. Terrific run, managed to get a terrific set of blocking from his linemen, and they were able to give him the gap, and when he gets into the open field, very hard to bring down, has some deceptive speed, as you can tell, while the defender's trying to get him and bring him down, and now the Raiders on the verge of potentially scoring again. Another spread set. It's working well for them so far. First down and 10. Gastrov fakes the handoff. Busts to the outside. Brand Honda tucks. Gets out of one tackle. Ducks inside the other. He's got a few on him on the outside, but it manages to get a few extra yards than what would have happened if he got brought down initially. Brand Honda has been everywhere in this game. Before that play, had over 200 all-purpose yards, including 79 receiving. And now it's going to move them down into first and goal territory. Western Australian Raiders making all the running here in the second half so far. And it might be difficult to hold them out here considering the way that Lanzell has been running. See if the Sharks can reply here. Lining up in the I formation. Gastrov runs it up the middle to the fullback, and he is going to barge his way in. But it looks as if he might have just fallen short. Always difficult to tell when a whole scrum forms in the middle on a goal line set. And it's going to be second down now. Second down again, I formation, 2 to the right side. Gastrov hands it off, Lanzell to the outside, able to barge over a few defenders on his way to the touchdown, and the Western Australian Raiders continue to extend their lead into the third quarter. Now 26-6 to Lanzell. Gets in there, he has a very solid frame and very hard to bring down, a linebacker's worst nightmare. Sorry, so number 82 ran that one in. My mistake. We don't have him on the team sheet, unfortunately, but he did. The fullback making a good run to the outside. Now we have number 54 for the SA Fire coming off. Obviously don't like to see injuries of any kind, but Alex Barone getting cut there. And he's limping off, but at least he's still walking. And the Western Australian Raiders are starting to build quite a solid lead here in the third quarter. 26-6 awaiting the extra point conversions. Judging by Western Australia's previous attempts, they're going to be going for the 2-point. It looks like they are set to do so. 2 to the right side. Gastrov fakes the handoff, has time, throws it into the corner, and it's going to be no good. Corner wearing him very tight, had a lot of hands all over him, and the ball's going to be overshot, and they're not going to be able to convert on it. But the Western Australian Raiders may not be too worried about that at the moment. They currently now hold a 20-point lead into the third quarter on the back of some good offensive execution. And the South Australian Sharks really needing now to put some points on the board if they want to stay in this contest. Back underway again after another Western Australian Raiders score. That's another good long kick. Tedmonson gets to it just before it goes out. Has to dance around a few. Gets a lot of space considering the amount of jerseys around him. And he's able to get another good return under his belt. Puts South Australia in a good position again. Tedmonson doing well on the kick returns. And the Western Australian Raiders now looking to continue to gain a good hold on this match. South Australian Sharks might need to pull out the halfback pass a few more times to get some yardage. It's really been one of the only plays that has gotten them in for a few yards in this matchup. Now they're coming up. Now it looks like 1st and 10 now on the 40-yard line. Lining up with a 5 receivers set. Empty backfield. Whitehead in the pistol. Man in motion, going back to his original spot. Whitehead drops back. Quick drop, the throw is behind him and it's intercepted. And he is going to get his way down the outside. Number 18 for the Western Australian Raiders, Kieran Lanzell, making the interception after the pass was behind his intended receiver, number 24, Ryan Ottens. And that is definitely not what the Sharks need at this moment. And the Raiders now back in good field position, looking to add more points. And now it is 1st and 10 for the Raiders. And Simon Whitehead had time in the pocket on the quick drop, but the pass was just too far behind Ottens. And Kieran Lanzell getting a gift thrown straight into his numbers. And now the Raiders will get back on the field. Trips right. Gasterov drops back. Under pressure, that's a great long pass. There is no one there to take him down. And that is another touchdown play for the Western Australian Raiders. Gasterov finding the deep ball to find number 88, Bryn Nightingale, for the touchdown. And the Western Australian Raiders now piling on the points here in the 3rd quarter. He could have taken his pick from a few options that were open downfield. And the South Australian Sharks now starting to fall apart. Sorry, correction, that was Ryan Dwyer on the touchdown catch. And, well, could have taken his pick from a variety of receivers downfield. 2-point conversion, Gasterov drops back, the pass is well wide. And Western Australia, if you want to nitpick at the things they've been doing wrong in this one, have not been able to convert on 2 points, but does not matter at the moment considering they now hold a 26-point lead in the 3rd quarter. Have been nothing short of dominant in this second half. South Australia need to regain their composure and perhaps get a few good drives going. So at the moment, Western Australian Raiders quarterback Ben Gasterov currently throwing at 50%. He's 10 from 20, has 169 yards and 2 touchdowns, while on the other side, Simon Whitehead has just 3 from 13, has an interception and just 29 yards. Not a great for the South Australian Sharks as a kick-off. Tedmonson receives it again, once again working his way for a few extra yards, eventually brought down. So Ben Gasterov has been terrific in this one. Could have potentially even better stats had a few of his receivers held on to some of the deep balls. But for now, he will not be complaining. His team holds a comfortable lead in the 3rd. And now the South Australian Sharks, looking to come back onto the field again. Looking to build on the drives they had in the first half. A few of them solid and got down the field, pressed the Raiders wide. They haven't been able to do that in this quarter so far. First down and 10. Trips left in the bunch. Whitehead drops back. Quick drop. Throws the pass. It's almost intercepted. Almost through his second interception there. The pass is a bit low and well off his receiver, Levi Johnston. And that'll bring up second down, which is probably the best result for SA in that situation. Second down and 10. Trips left in the bunch again. Moving number 43. Tumani Seva in motion. Whitehead drops back. Forced to scramble. He's intercepted. Tries to pop the pass. Number 84 got the interception but fumbled it on the way home. Unbelievable turn of events there. And SA has just avoided another 6 points against their name. Whitehead looking for the check down. Throws it straight into the path of number 84 for the Raiders. 94 for the Raiders. Timothy Verhoek. And he fumbles on his way to the end zone. A guaranteed 6 points for him. Puts it down. And unbelievably, the score remains 32-6. A crazy play there. And the SA Sharks are going to have to get it together eventually. Spread formation. Whitehead on the drop. Quick time going long. The ball is long. Oh. And terrific coverage on the outside there by number 24 for the Western Australian Raiders, Jonathan Dimovitis. Terrific coverage to make sure that he got him on the inside and made sure he had to throw right near the sideline. Whitehead good in good form on the ball. Unable to convert on the play. Now 2nd and 10 for the Sharks, who are now pressed back right into their own territory after that chaotic interception fumble play. Sharks now have really come out a different team in this second half and been unable to gain any form of yards here. 5 wide receivers set, empty backfield. Whitehead on the snap, quick drop. Passes to Tedmanson and he's immediately closed down by 2 defensive backs. And that'll get them a few yards, potentially looking at a 3rd and medium conversion. Third down and 7 now. Another 5 receivers set. Whitehead again looking to go back on the quick drop. Has a bit of time. Puts it down. Ryan Ottens shrugs off a tackle, but a good hit to force him outside. And this might be touch and go to see whether this is a first down. It looks like he might just be short. And they could be looking now at a 4th down and 1 situation, especially being 26 points down at the moment. You need to make sure you need to take your chances from now on and hope that you can get the 1 yard, because now is not the time to be playing defensively or safe. They need to start making some running in this game and start putting the Western Australian Raiders defence under pressure and also keeping the Western Australians offence off the pitch. 5 receivers set again. Whitehead now 4th and 1. Calling the men into motion, Ian Nolte. And he is going to run it straight up the middle, and he is going to be able to get the yard that he needs. And South Australia is going to keep the drive alive. Five receivers set again. Empty backfield, choosing to run with more receivers. Here is the Sharks, 1st and 10. Oh, fumbles the high snap. Has to get out of the pocket. He can't duck his way out of 3 Raiders, and they're going to push him back for a big loss. And the Raiders have been all over the Sharks in this second half so far. Still the third quarter, and already have opened up a 26-point lead after only leading by 8 in the first half. So the Raiders have come out more energetic and have come out and forced errors from the SA Sharks team. Second down and very long. Not many plays to call here. And that will be the end of the third quarter. Western Australia opening up a handy lead in this one as they have asserted their dominance on this matchup. The current score 32-6 as we head on to the final quarter. Now resuming with the fourth quarter. Western Australia 32, South Australia 6. Spread set. Whitehead calling Nolte into motion here. Second and very long. Drops back. Good penetration from the line. Checks down. Nice play to get it to Nolte. And they're going to be able to get maybe a yard or two past the line of scrimmage. Still going to leave them in a third and very long situation. Good heads-up call from Whitehead, who was under a lot of pressure from this Raiders line. And linebacking call, which continues to look more and more dominant as this game is going on. Third down and long. 5 receivers. Trips left. Empty backfield. Whitehead drops back. Has time, throws it. And it's going to be over everybody's heads. And that is going to bring up a long fourth down for the Sharks. Looks like they're going to be bringing on the punting team. Not much you can do from this situation. And the Raiders are all over the Sharks at the moment. Fourth down now, Sharks forced to punt. And they're going to fake it. And they've faked the punt. Clever play. Tamani Seve brought down. He's might not make the yardage, but a very clever fake punt play. Might as well bring out all the stops at this stage of the match to try to get some yardage. Reckon he might be just short, but there is flag down on the play, so we'll wait to see what the umpire's call is. Penalty has been declined, and Western Australia will now start in very good position to continue to add to their tally at the moment. They've added 18 points here in the second half, in the third quarter alone, I should say. And they'll be looking to pile on the points some more. Continuing to look more and more like the 2012 champions every single time they hit the field. Let's see if they can continue to add to it. Spread set. Gastrov hands it off down the middle. And he is going to get some decent yards down the middle. Getting some good blocking from the offensive line, being able to create some penetration so that the running backs, or whoever they may be, because they've run with a few different running backs in this game, to be able to get them some grass, some open field to move in, and the SA defense has been yet to adjust. And now that's going to bring up 2nd down and 4 or 5 here. So a medium situation here. This leaves the playbook completely wide open for the Western Australian Raiders here. They're going to line up trips to the right-hand side. Gastrov again down the middle. Hands it off, and this time the defense is all over him. Terrific tackle from number 50, Andrew Stevens. And he is going to bring him down for a short loss. Now it's going to set up a 3rd and 5 for the Raiders. Spread set again, single back. Gastrov now on 3rd and 5, drops back, pressure's coming, and he will go down. He is sacked. And Gastrov admitting defeat the second he saw the pressure coming. And a terrific defensive effort from South Australia has now forced Western Australia into an interesting position now on 4th and long. And Western Australia will call a timeout here following the sack. They will come back 4th and 11. Fourth down and 11, and the Western Australian Raiders are definitely not playing it conservatively. They are going for it. Back in the shotgun. They've got the backup in, and they immediately bring pressure, but he avoids it. He's still going to go down short of the 1st down, and that will be a turnover on downs. SA will get the ball back, bringing some intense pressure. But the backup quarterback being able to move on the inside and get some yards, but it will not be enough. And now the SA Sharks will need to pull out something very drastic if they want to get back into this game. Halfback pass potentially on the cards for them. It's worked well twice, might not work again. First down and 10 now. Running a spread set, single back. Whitehead drops back, quick drop. Finds Jack Nelligan on the outside. Hesitates for a second. Gets some good blocking downfield. And this will be close to see if he gets the 1st down. There is a flag down on the play. So wait to see what the call is there. Good play from Whitehead. Spots Nelligan on the curl route. And they could potentially be looking at a 1st down. But it looks as if, by the movement of the huddle, this could be a penalty on the SA Sharks. So a costly foul on the South Australian Sharks has pushed back that gain. From the spot of the foul, he's going to leave them now 1st and 9. Whitehead back. Drops in, quick pass, and it is off the chest of number 45, Ian Nolte. A good play design there. Had him open in the middle of the field. Unable to hold on to the bullet of a pass, and South Australia not being able to get much go their way at the moment. It's now 2nd and 9. 2nd down and 9. Spread set. Whitehead drops back, has time in the pocket, throws long. Great play down the outside line. And number 46, Dominic Panazzolo, taking a terrific catch on the outside, opening a gap in the Raider defense. And that is a good play call and good execution from the Sharks. They now move forward. They're going to need to pull off a few more plays like that and drives to make sure they can get back into this one. Go now, 1st and 10. Trips right, single back, they're moving man in motion, Ryan Ottens. Whitehead scrambles, checks down, finds Ottens, gets to the outside. He's going to have the 1st down, and he gets pushed out of bounds. And South Australia beginning to make their move here. A good solid drive, 2 plays in a row. And they're starting to get some offense going here midway through the 4th quarter. First down and 10 now. Spread set. Whitehead in the pistol. Drops back. Has time. Throws it into the end zone. And it's just going to fall in between 3 players, 2 of which the Raiders were swarming around for the ball. And that's going to now be 2nd down and 10. South Australia doing well here to build a drive despite being able to build next to no offense in the 3rd quarter. Starting to push now as WA may be beginning to tire. Although the defense has had plenty of time off the field, considering Western Australia's offense has done a really good job at continuing to keep the SA defense on the field and put up some points to take the pressure off them here. Now, 2nd down and 10 in the red zone. 5 receiver set, trips right. Whitehead in the empty backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off to Nolte, and he is being met solidly. And the trick play again, the Western Australian Raiders getting good penetration on the line and not buying it for a second. And they will shut this one down. Going to be a timeout called on South Australia. Here they now 3rd and long, just outside their red zone. Now following the timeout, 3rd and 14 here. 5 receiver set, trips right. Whitehead in the empty backfield. Takes a snap, quick drop. Moves outside the pocket, on the run, throws into the corner of the end zone. And it's just over the top of Dominic Panazzolo, who is a tall man, by the way. And now that will bring up a 4th down just on the edge of the red zone. South Australia desperately needs some points here to try to kickstart what would be a miraculous revival here. Have definitely put in the hard yards and definitely cannot be faulted for effort in this one. But Western Australia have outclassed them for most of this match. Western Australia could have even be further ahead, been able to execute properly in the first half. 4th down now and long, and they're going to go for it. Whitehead, the only man in the backfield. Drops back. has time. Throws it outside, and it is past the hands of Ian Nolte, and that will shut down the drive. Western Australian Raiders to come back onto the field just past their own 20-yard line. And Western Australia looking to perhaps run some time off the clock and finish this game out, or potentially looking to give their backup quarterback some minutes and give him some experience throwing. First down and 10 now for the Western Australian Raiders. Hold a 26-point lead at the moment. Running this one. Up the middle, big hits. Showing the SA defense is certainly not lying down at the moment. And they're going to potentially get a yard or two on the play. And now Western Australia facing a second down situation here. Have played terrifically today. And their second half has shown what a really quality outfit these guys are, and looking to go back to back. Penalty will be for holding on the Western Australian Raiders. And now that is going to put them back for a 1st and 20, which is never a fun position to be in for an offensive coordinator. But Western Australian Raiders certainly not short of confidence, especially on the back of Gastarov's arm. He's not under centre at the moment, but has been a terrific player today for the Western Australian Raiders. Spread set, single back. Quick drop in the pass, but it'll be at his shoelaces and he cannot take it. And that'll go second down and 20. Second down and 20 for the Raiders. Spread set, single back. Drops back, long bust down the field. It's very tight coverage, and the call will slide. Calls for defensive pass interference from the Western Australian sideline. They won't get it, and now it sets up 3rd and 30 for the Raiders. Oh, 3rd and 20, sorry. Spread set again for the Western Australia. Single back. Dropping back. And there's no doubt going to be a penalty here. Western Australia definitely cannot afford to have any more penalties on them at the moment, considering the position they are in. We're offside on the defense, which is going to give them 5 extra yards. Still puts them in a difficult position at 3rd and 15, but slightly more manageable now. It's 3rd and 15. Spread set again. He's going to come back, scrambles in the pocket, good pass. Finds a man in space with a good open field tackle. And that will bring up 4th down for the West Australian Raiders. Zeb Pulowski making a good play in the backfield to be able to get out of the pressure, make the good pass, and it will get them some good yardage. Western Australia will definitely be thinking they could potentially get the 1st down here. Just a 4th and 3 facing them at the moment. SA's defense looking tired. Running spread set again. Pulowski under centre. Drops back. He's got time. He's pressured well and brings in the sack. And SA's defense certainly not letting up at this stage of the game. And a good sack will turn the ball over in a very good position for the Sharks to add some desperately needed points into this one. Terrific sack. and pressure from the SA defence, and now the Raiders will need to pull out some of their finest defensive efforts to stop the SA Sharks as they start on the edge of their red zone. SA have not scored since the very first play of the first quarter, so SA on a bit of a dry spell. Western Australia 32 unanswered points to be in the position where they are now. South Australia coming out. Trips right bunch. Going to move Ryan Ottens in motion and then back to his spot. Whitehead sits back, has time, now under pressure, gets out of the pressure, scrambles to his right, throws on the run, and it comes off the chest of number 25, Jack Nelligan, and unable to complete the play. Whitehead doing well to escape the pressure coming at him after it looked as if he had a lot of time in the pocket. Gets flushed out, but is still unable to make the play. And now it is 2nd and 10 for the South Australian Sharks. Second down and 10. Trips right, 5 wide receivers set. Whitehead sitting back, quick drop. Throws it down the middle. Terrific coverage. Number 18, Kieran Lanzell, making a terrific play to break up what looked like Ryan Ottens. A terrific pass downfield to make the catch and to waltz in for the touchdown. That's good coverage there, especially considering how quick Ryan Ottens is. He's definitely an explosive linebacker and definitely can be used in all areas of the field. 3rd down and 10 now. SA looking for maybe some consolation points at this stage of the game. Going with the spread set. Craig Simons in the backfield. Whitehead dropping back, scrambles out to his left, throws this into the corner of the end zone, and Jack Nelligan taking the catch in very good coverage, and that'll be SA's 2nd touchdown. Whitehead showing good composure to move outside the pocket, and a good throw sees Nelligan take his 2nd touchdown catch of the day. Manages to shake off the pressure on him, and South Australia now adding to their total. Now 32-12, waiting the extra point conversions. South Australia going for the extra point attempt here. Alton's lining up to kick. Last extra point attempt went straight into the line. Good snap. Alton's has time and he kicks that one truly, and that'll be 1 extra point to the score now, 32-13 in favour of the West Australian Raiders. South Australia still showing some fight late in this one, despite being down still a long way. They're going to need a miraculous comeback here, but have definitely put in the hard yards to make this game a competitive contest from the outset. Ensuing kickoff following the Jack Nelligan touchdown. Kick comes up a little short. He's got space to move and runs into a lot of red Guernseys as he gets pushed out of bounds, and the Western Australian Raiders will take the field again late here in the 4th quarter. Western Australia conceding a touchdown on that last drive, yet have a very comfortable cushion to fall back on here. They still hold the lead by 19 points here in the 2nd match of the Australian Gridiron League. Western Australia starting now, 1st and 10 on the 37. Handoff down the middle. Oh, he's faked it. He's thrown everybody off, and Brant Honda has some incredible pace to burn. He gets inside, and he is going to go in all the way for the touchdown. 63 yards, and Western Australia answers straight back with an emphatic touchdown of their own. Brant Honda has been absolutely everywhere in this one. He is surely coming up to somewhere around 300 all-purpose yards, which definitely shows he's had a good day at the office, that's for sure. Terrific play, and it threw off almost everyone. And the Western Australian Raiders will now take a 38-13 lead here in the fourth quarter. Anticipating that the Western Australian Raiders will be coming up with a 2-point conversion. And it definitely looks like they're coming out that way. I formation, 2 to the right. Can they break their snap? Of failed 2-point attempts, trying to run it up the middle. He is met solidly, and it will be an incomplete attempt. And Western Australia still cannot convert on a 2-point conversion. It will not matter, though. They now lead by 25 points, 38-13 here in the fourth quarter. Ensuing kickoff high. It's taken by Jack Nelligan in the backfield. Oh, sorry, Ian Nolte, apologies. He is hit very hard as he tries to weave his way through. And South Australia will now start after scoring a touchdown on their last drive. It was a good solid drive and show they had a lot of composure to build it over the Western Australian defence. Can they pull another one of these drives out? It might be too late now to build a comeback, but we'll be looking to generate some offense. I'll be looking to build some chemistry within this team here. Western Australia already almost run away with this one. First down and 10 now on the 34-yard line. 5 receivers set, empty backfield for Simon Whitehead. Drops back, quick drop, throws it, and too quick for Ryan Ottens, who had not turned his head. The ball hits the side of his body and falls to the ground. Incomplete. And that'll bring up second down and 10. Second down and 10 for the Sharks. Calling the man in motion, sits back, has time, throws it over the top, and there is nobody home. Throws that into empty grass, and that'll now bring up third down and 10. Western Australia doing as they have all game, putting good pressure on the quarterback, forcing him to be flushed out the pocket. Whitehead has made some of his best throws on the run, mind you, so might look to consider to shuffle himself out of the pocket more often, but for now, third down and 10. Third down and 10. Single back spread formation. Whitehead, quick drop. Looks to the outside. Tedmanson shrugs off a tackle, gets to the outside, but eventually brought down, and he will be well short of the first down marker, which will bring up fourth down for the South Australian Sharks. Although there is no point in punting now, might as well continue to go for it at this stage. 4th and 6, the call. Fourth down now for the SA Sharks. 5 receivers set. Sing. Empty backfield. Whitehead has time. Throws it to the outside. And Craig Simons unable to hold on to the pass. And that will bring the Western Australian Raiders onto the field on a turnover on downs. They'll be looking to continue to add to their total at the moment. 38-13 the score. And an interesting stat coming from this offense is Brant Honda, who has been absolutely everywhere. Needs just 9 rushing yards and 12 receiving yards to make it 100 rushing and 100 receiving in the day, which is an extraordinary stat for the player with the number 1 on his back. He has been absolutely everywhere in this match and has been uncatchable with his speed. SA defense having problem with him. Single back set. Trips right. Pulowski fakes it down the inside. And good penetration from the line. Make sure they stop him for potentially a 1-yard gain. And that'll move them to 2nd and 9. Western Australia having the luxury of moving in their backup quarterback, Zeb Pulowski. After Ben Gasterov had a terrific day, he was able to give himself a rest for the rest of this one. And the offense is doing very fine without him, that's for sure. 2nd and 9 now. Spread formation, single back. Pulowski sits back, has time, throws it to the outside, but he's well off target. Nowhere near his receiver, and that's going to bring down up 3rd down for the Raiders. Third down and 9. Spread formation, single back. Pulowski drops back, looks for the pass, throws it into pressure. It's deflected up in the air, and Barrington will take the interception, and he will get down the sidelines. A hectic pass into coverage. The ball gets tipped up. Good coverage on the outside, and Taylor Barrington only willing to oblige as he takes the ball, and he's going to put the SA Sharks back on offense. It's one of the only things that Western Australia hasn't been able to do, is be able to make those throws in traffic at the moment. But obviously that's just a way to nitpick at the moment because they are 25 points up at the moment. SA back on offense. 5 receivers set, empty backfield. Whitehead been working away all day. Quick drop, the play is going to be blown dead. Flags on the field. Wait to see what the official call is. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty for a false start on the South Australian Sharks, and they're going to be pushed back now to a 1st and 15 situation. They're going to be looking to try to generate some offense here late in this one against a Western Australia defense which may be tiring. Another 5 receivers set. They've chosen to give up on having running backs in the backfield. Whitehead, poor snap down low, and he's forced to dive on it. And Western Australian defence only happy to oblige as they jump on top. And another few yards lost for the South Australian Sharks. Now potentially a 2nd and 17 or a 2nd and 18 situation for them. And they're going to need their 5 wide receivers set to make the passes here to be able to get the yardage needed, because they're not in a good position in terms of going for it on 4th down, being deep in their own territory. Western Australia has been terrific today. They've been all over the Sharks, but not to say the Sharks definitely have not put in a big fight. Spread set, single back. Whitehead drops back, throws it over the top, and just has a little too much on it on that one. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 17 for the Sharks. Third down and very long now for the SA Sharks. Whitehead sitting back. He's under pressure and he is trying to fight him off, but he's been pushed backwards. Whitehead having no choice but to take the sack, and the Western Australian Raiders continuing to get stronger and stronger as this game goes on and removing any chance of a first down on that play. Fourth down and extremely long now for the SA Sharks, and they may have no choice but to punt this ball away here late in the fourth quarter as the sun sets here at Victoria Park in South Australia. The score: Western Australian Raiders 38, South Australian Sharks 13. South Australia looking to punt. Carlisle Jones back. Low snap along the ground, flags thrown, and the punt isn't that much better, to be honest. It's a grubber. Honda takes it, spins out. Oh, Sorty spun out of trouble, and Tedmanson wrapped him up. Good tackle in the backfield. Two-minute warning in this one, and Western Australian Raiders might be looking to just ice the clock and finish off a dominating performance here in Adelaide. From the kickoff, South Australia can hold their heads high though. A great effort in their first AGL game since 2010. Western Australia now. Will have called for the punt back after a penalty on the play, and so now South Australia will look to punt again, and hopefully with a bit of better result after Carlisle Jones' last punt came off the side of his boot. Fourth down and extremely long. The punt might not even get to the edge of the first down markers. Snap is high. Carlisle Jones does well to take it. Punts it downfield. And it looks like that's going to fall short and bounce backwards. And Ryan Ottens is going to take it for the SA Sharks. And that's going to have the Raiders start in a very good position. Not that it will matter too much. It's under 2 minutes now in this game. And Western Australia races all and have this game tied up here on the 32-yard line for the Raiders. First down and 10 for the Raiders. Definitely not looking to take a conservative. We've got trips right set. And flags thrown from every angle here. Waiting on the official umpire's call. Looks like it could be on the offense. And instead it is going to be on the defense. It's going to be 5 yards, and it's going to make Western Australia's job easier. 1st and 5. As they come back. Trips right again. Pulowski sitting back, takes the snap, has time, throws down the middle. Oh, found a man wide open. And he was going to waltz into the end zone without any pressure on him, and he cannot hold on to the pass. Unlucky for Pulowski as well. Hasn't had a terrific game as the backup, although coming in for majority of the final quarter, has thrown an interception. Pulowski almost having a touchdown there, but being unable to convert on the play. Now 2nd and 5. The Sharks dodging a bullet to have the score continue to blow out from where they are now. 25 points is the current margin here with under 2 minutes to go. And the Western Australian Raiders are definitely showing no signs of backing off as they now trips right again. Single back set. Toss play to the outside and into shutdown quickly. Ruled to have gone down by contact. And that'll be a few yards lost on the play. We'll now set up 3rd down and 7. The clock running. And the Western Australian Raiders can start celebrating a very well-deserved win after a tough first half saw them struggle to get out of the gates, especially against an SA team which came out with a lot of passion. But Western Australia's class came through in the second half and managed to turn this game into a bit of a blowout. 3rd and 7. Pulowski sits back, looking down the middle, intercepted by Andrew Stevens. Terrific anticipation from the linebacker. He fumbles the ball as it comes out. And that looks like that's going to be recovered by the Raiders. Andrew Stevens making a great play to anticipate Zeb Pulowski's eyes. Takes the pass in the secondary, and while running it back has been tackled, the ball comes out on the fumble. And it looks as if Western Australia might just keep their offense on the field here. And it will be ruled that Western Australia dodging a bullet there, turning the ball over. And Zed Pulowski dodges having a second interception to his name. Andrew Stevens making a good play in the field there. Western Australia's had trouble passing over the middle in this game, has definitely been able to get majority of their receiving yards outside the line, outside the numbers. Now 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Pulowski hands it off down the middle, and good pressure behind from Stevens, bringing him down for a loss on the play. No timeouts being called, so the clock will be running down. Western Australia can celebrate the victory and a good start to their Australian Gridiron League campaign. As for the Sharks, we'll be looking forward to taking on the Wolfpack in a few weeks' time. 2nd down and 12, and that will do it for Game 2 of the Australian Gridiron League. Western Australian Raiders putting on a dominating performance to lead 38-18 over the SA Sharks. Thank you very much for joining us.